Hello, hello, and welcome to my Pick Three at a Glance family and first time viewers. Welcome. Christmas Eve. I'm doing the prediction and strategy for December the 25th, Christmas Day. Woo! The year is gone, y'all. Where did it go? Where did it go? But anyway, here at Pick Three at a Glance, we take 22 numbers and we do the 1-1 rundown on those 22 numbers. And with those 22 numbers, you have all 1,000 numbers and their combinations, all at a glance with 22 simple columns. That way you can track the numbers, actual numbers, and always know why you plan your numbers. And that's why here at Pick Three at a Glance, I say we're the home of no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no grids, no flips, and no multiple different rundowns that they have where you try to hit the numbers the next day. This lottery is not set up for you to win, but set up for you to lose. And that's hard to do, is trying to hit those numbers the next day. But anyway, with the Pick Three at a Glance, we can track all 1,000 numbers. And the lottery, like I said, is set up for you to lose and not to win. For the simple fact that you got 1,000 numbers in Pick Three. And with Pick Three, if you played you got 365 days in a year. If you played a different number every day in that year, you still gonna have 635 numbers you ain't gonna touch, that you ain't gonna be able to tic-tac-toe to see, date some to see, no grid, no flip, no multiple 100 rundown to see what's going on with all those 1,000 numbers. They only gonna show you a short percentage. That's why I say you can't see the forest for the trees. And that's what I stick with. You can't see the forest for the trees. With Pick Three at a Glance, you see the whole forest, because we tracking all 1,000 numbers at a glance. We tracking the front pairs, we tracking the back pairs, we tracking the single pairs and the single digits. So we always know what's going on with those 1,000 numbers at a glance. At a glance, everything's easy and simple to use. I can teach this system to anybody in 30 minutes. Once they put the paperwork together and call me a comment or whatever, I can explain what they're doing to them in 30 minutes to help make them a much better Pick Three player. Pick Three is where I focus all my energy, because it's the only one that you can track the actual 1,000 numbers. It's the only one that you can track the actual front pair. It's the only one you can track the actual back pair. It's the only one you can track all individual numbers. Anything above Pick Three is strictly luck and chance. But you can strategize with Pick Three because you can diagnose every bit of those three numbers. From triple zeros to 999, you can track them. That's why I chose Pick Three with the Pick Three at a Glance system. And not only that, it works anywhere on the globe, any state. When they're using 1,000 numbers, you can track them all at a glance and strategize on how to be a much better winning player. Okay? It's the only one that you can see what numbers to play and why you're playing the numbers. And it's the only one, if you miss a number off those 22 columns, you know exactly how you missed that number. You ain't gonna see that with those tic-tac-toe, date sums, flips, and multiple different rundowns. Okay? That's why here we work by the law of average. And with the law of average, we use the numbers that haven't failed yet over time. And as time goes on, we always can build a bucket list off the numbers that haven't failed and watch how they're falling and realize, like I said, you got 1,000 numbers, 365 days out of the year. You play a different number, you still got 635 numbers you don't have any idea what's going on with. But with Pick 3 at a glance, you'll always know what's going on with them to win and be a better player. And if you don't know why you're playing your numbers, don't play it. Here for Missouri evening draw, but like I say, this works anywhere in the United States or anywhere in the world when they try to use 1,000 numbers to get us with, because we can track those 1,000 numbers. This here is my daily carry numbers, 160076574. The reason why I made these my daily carry numbers in 2021 on Missouri evening draw, they didn't come in any way of the 6-way combinations at all. So quite naturally, I picked them up. Because like I said, I work by law average. What don't fall, I look to play. So now I noticed that they hadn't came and they hadn't failed in 15 years like this. It's 160076574. and 574. In 15 years, Missouri evening draw from my data. I got data goes back that far. Okay. Now, all these numbers here, actual numbers, not guess numbers, no numbers I pulled from somebody else, don't know where. All of these numbers are actual for Missouri evening draw or numbers that are left to play, that are marked, not marked in red. The ones in red have already came out. I used to mark the numbers off as they come out, but people can see by the law average. Our law average is working. So everything in red, I would just go ahead and circle it so people can see the numbers as they fall and how we hit. Okay? But the ones here that's not marked off haven't came yet for the rest of the year. By law average, these are the numbers I look to play. All right? The ones that are not marked in red. Okay? I would play those first. But the numbers that are marked in red, they've only come out once. But then we got two that just came out. The 678 came out twice, and the 148 came out twice. These here, my daily carry, they're marked in red because they've hit, and I've hit all three of these, and I hit them pretty good. But they came as 016, and this one here came 760 twice. I hit it good. And this one here came, the last one where I decided to leave the numbers and check them off when I hit what came just as it is on the board here, 457, and I hit it. Okay? Now, that's why I'm talking about tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. You ain't got to guess about a number, because when you playing one of the actual 1,000 numbers. Same way here. We just hit this 901. These numbers here mirror each other. Okay? All these numbers mirror each other. That's circled in black here. And mirror numbers are numbers that are opposite each other. 456 and 901. Numbers opposite. By law average, one of these numbers was coming out. I had pointed that out. Same here. The 233 and the 788. They mirror each other. Okay, and I know that they ain't came out since last year, just by my tracking. Pick 3 at a glance. Nothing hard to do about it, because you know everything about every one of those 1,000 numbers. By law average, one of these should be coming out. It's 225, all right? And it's 770 mirrors each other. By law average, they should be coming out, all right? Here are the doubles that are left for the rest of the year to play. This 556, 889, 880, 992, 225, 770, 338, 233, 788, 800, 606. Okay, these numbers here is just brought down here because they mirror each other. The triples, we hit the 333s and 888s from tracking. This is no guesswork. These numbers hadn't hit. And the reason being, I knew that the AA here hadn't failed on the back end, and the 8s hadn't failed all year. By this time of the year, by tracking, I know where everything stands. I know where the front pair of numbers are left and the back pair of numbers are left. I don't have to guess what numbers I'm playing because I have tracked them all the way through the year. And I always know what numbers I'm playing and why I'm playing them, because I'm seeing what every one of those 1,000 numbers are doing. So with this 8 back not falling, and this 8s hadn't fall, and I know that triples only fall on average about 3 times a year. Any triple, this is a basic. Anywhere in the country, I'm telling you, where they play 1,000 numbers, triples are going to average only fall 3 times out of that whole year. I'm telling you. That's why I don't invest in triples. I only invest in triples if I've been tracking and I see ain't no triple filled up from January up to November. I'll play triples in December. And I might carry them over to January. But that's as far as I'm going to go with triples. Because you only got 3 chances out of the whole year to catch triples. Okay? So that's why I don't even mess with triples. But I did hit the triple 8s because I had tracked them down. And I don't play triples on a regular basis. My brother, he just told me he was playing them triples all month. And he missed them. You know why he missed them? Because he didn't know why he was playing them. And he was shocked because I caught him. I said, well, I just picked them up recently because I tracked the numbers, you know. And he missed them. He missed the 3s too. Because most people don't know why they playing their numbers. Because they're not tracking them. Okay? So that's what, I'm trying to show him the lessons, but everybody got their own ways. Some people have to learn different ways and come around everything in due seasons. But same way here. I know every one of these numbers haven't played, except for the ones in the red. The 07 I just hit. Like I say, as you tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you're going to be hitting along the way. But when you get ready to play another number, you know where you're going to get your numbers. And you'll see that on my tutorial. You'll always know where you can find your next numbers to play. You ain't got to go nowhere unless you just want to find some numbers to play. If you're tracking all 1,000 numbers, if you're looking at the whole forest and not just looking at the trees. Big thread of glass is the forest because you're looking at the all 1,000 numbers and know what's going on with them. Front pairs and back pairs. Like I say, here too, with this 2 and 2, 4, when you got a front pair and back pair left at the end of the year, you can make them up and make your number 2, 2, 4. Or this 2, 8, and you know the 8, well, the 8, 8 just fell. But before it hit, you had the 2, 8, 8. You match that up. Play your numbers 2, 8, 8. All right? These numbers here, I knew by law average, I paired them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The pair is 01 here. Is 90. 90 is a pair. So I had 901, 903, 907. I know when there's that many numbers left, pair them up. One out of the law average, one of them going to come off that. Same here. This here is 10. So it's 901. I made it 016 and 018. Had 2 to fall off of here. Okay. From hitting. Okay. Then here you got the 682, the 683, the 468. I got them pairs made it up. Then this pair here is the 15, 915, 815, 571. Hit the 815. And then here it's 59, 359, 915, and 579. Hit the 915. Tracking the actual number, not guessing where I'm getting my numbers from. And anybody can do this for their state. All the numbers are going to rotate different in all states. All numbers going to rotate different from midday and evening. Period. Just because 1, 2, 3 falls in your state or any state on midday, and 1, 2, 3 falls that next day, nights, doesn't mean that those numbers on midday and evening evening are rotating the same. Only way you gonna know that is tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Because if that 1, 2, 3 falls midday and you think it's gonna fall evening, and they not running the same, that 1, 2, 3 might not fall for the next 3 years. Because for these 1,000 numbers here, it takes 3 years, close to 4 years, for all 1,000 numbers to come exact and change positions. That's why you have to look at the whole forest if you're going to be a better pick 3 player. Okay? Now, so I say this to say that. So you might want to know what numbers I'm playing or pick the best. I would say if you're a beginner or you want to play and you're interested, play about 5 numbers or 6 numbers 50-cent box, or 4 numbers 50-cent box. And I would tell you, if you're looking for Missouri to play, really, I'd say right here, the 682, the 683, and it's 468. Because to me, that's the next column to hit, along with some of these doubles here. But I don't want Missouri here. Straight box is $350. 50 box is $50 just alone. Straight is usually a dollar straight is $600. So if you play straight box, it's 50-50. So that's why it's $350. Okay. That's why I say play on 50 bucks. That would be 50 bucks would be $50. And then you can always go and find what actual numbers are left to play. So I would play, I am playing these personally myself. And I'm playing, my everyday carry. And I'm playing 50 cent all these doubles here. For a simple reason, this month, and I just mentioned it on my yesterday strategy and predictions, that all month, the only double that had failed all month was the triple eights. The triple eights that failed, only double had failed all month. And yesterday, on the 23rd, we had 899 in the fall. We had 899 in the fall. On the 23rd. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. See that? This is my calendar. This is what I mark off for the month. Everything in red we've hit by tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. All right? And then you see there, triple eights is the only doubles or with 2 like numbers in it that fail all month. So I knew another double was coming by law average. And that's why I'm focusing on the other doubles that's left for the rest of the year to play for Missouri evening draw. You see that? You only got 12 of them? And those triples, 50 cent, just put 50 cent on them. And if you don't want to play the triples, just, play the box. I'm playing the boxes 50 cent. Okay? On the doubles, 50 cent for Missouri even draw. That's what I'm looking at right now. Because it's 12 of them, so I'm looking at one of them to come out before the year's out. That's how you strategize. The actual numbers. No guesswork. No pulling numbers out of the sky. Or, I ain't gonna say nothing about dreaming numbers because I've hit dreaming numbers before I knew this, but I wasn't doing that well just on dreaming numbers because I didn't know why I was playing the dreaming number. But at least with this, if I dream a number, I can know, okay, yeah, that's a good dream number because I can track the whole number. Let's see. Same here on this 8-8. That's why I was looking at the triple eights too. I had paired up the double eights. And like I say, it was 3 of them, but the double eights had 4. It hadn't came out for the whole year. And that's why I was looking at those triple A's. You can't do this on nothing else with the actual 1,000 numbers. Okay. So I'm hoping, you know, if not tomorrow, well, it might hit and make a good Christmas present. But to everybody online that's playing, all my online players and people here in Missouri that's hitting. But this month was pretty good for a lot of the players, including myself. My tickets, I post my tickets. Like I say, I'm not trying to be braggadocious. I don't have to prove anything. But my system works. It was a gift. It was a blessing to me. And I'm trying to bless everybody with it. It's less expensive as I can. I ain't charging a dime. I ain't looking to charge a dime because it's been good to me. And like I say, the way I can do that where I ain't got to charge nobody a dime, take everything I'm showing you with this system, do it longhand, and it ain't going to take you long, and start following me from day one, tracking these numbers. And I guarantee you, when you open your eyes to this system, it's going to be a whole new ball game. I guarantee you that. Because you're looking at all 1,000 numbers. You're looking at the forest and not looking at the trees. All right, family. Let me check. And then you might ask questions about these numbers here. I think I explained these. This here is 576 and 021 hadn't played since January of this year. And they played in the same month. And this 5-7 hadn't played all year, so I just picked it up and hit it because I played it on the front end because I knew it hadn't failed for the whole year because I've been tracking it. Because you know here, anything with a 574, I'm looking at it when I do my checks or tracking my numbers or tracking the data. So I made sure this. I say, okay, the year is almost out. I'm gonna put some on the front of this 5-7 and hit. Because I know where all the numbers are at and hit it. Okay. And they mirror each other. 576. The 5 is 00, 5, 7, 2 is a 2, 2 is a 7, 6 is a 1. Okay. But in my tutorial, I explain all that. And if you follow me and you lost, just comment. I'll send you a link to my tutorial. I got 600 and some odd tutorial videos to look at to get this. Plus, you can call me, email me, or text me. In 30 minutes, you have what I'm showing you here. You have the idea now, but you're gonna have to track your data. You're gonna have to go back and get some of your data to carry over. This is a good time. I started in the middle of the year. But this is a good time now to start following me so we can track the numbers every year for your state. And I'll be tracking them along with my state and then showing you how I strategize things so you can compare your numbers to my state. Even though your numbers going to rotate different, you're going to have the ideology of how things work with your numbers. And then once you get that, you'll be gone. It won't take you. It ain't gonna take you a month. Once you see what I'm doing, you'll be on your own. No charge, no nothing. This is free. Alrighty. So play them to the come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless.